Shalom, shalom unto you. This is my moment of just reflecting. Call myself just venting. You know, when I examine my people in this walk, you know, whether in the church or coming back to knowing your identity in Yahuah, whatever it may be, when it comes to the Abrahamic faith and all of the branches that it stem off into, I'm coming to this one conclusion when it comes to understanding the Torah, the Tanakh, the Brit, the Cashapp, the Apocryphas, and all of the Bibles that, you know, books that's been stemmed away from the Bible. It's one conclusion I keep coming back to, is that Yahuah had to take a people from a people. He had always had to get a remnant to be able to be beneficial to the people itself. That's one thing I keep understanding on that. He always had to take a set apart people, but he had to make others set apart from it. He had to take a people out of a people. And then when you go through the scriptures, there's a reason why he did that. Because the people of whole, they did not love Yahuah. They only loved the benefits they got from it. But as for being obedient, as for actually loving him, loving Yahuah for himself, to really truly worship him, to really obey him from the heart, to really be committed to him, Children of Israel wasn't that. They were stiff-necked. They was hard-hearted. They were stubborn. Because simple things that Yahuah told them to do, it was hard for them to do it. They did everything with a hard heart. They did everything with a prideful heart. They did it with stubbornness in their heart. But they didn't love him. And so Yahuah had to take a person or people from out of the people and that's going to hear him, that's going to be open to him, to do the work on the behalf of a hard-hearted people. Because the people as a whole, if it was based off of them, nothing would get done. And you can see how the world is today. I see the same thing today. That's why it was so important that Yahusha, our Messiah, had to come to demonstrate what Moshe was doing, what Abraham was doing, what King David was doing, what Noah was doing, what Enoch was doing. These men, the prophets, these judges, these men, these women, had an open heart for Yah. They had an open heart for Yah, with their ups and their downs, their negatives and their positives, their pros and their cons. Because nobody's perfect. But their heart was open towards Yah. So when Yah instructed them, even though some of them had a hard time doing it, they did it because of Yah. They were fully persuaded by Yah. They was, in their hearts, there was a fan of Yah. They was impressed with Yah. Even though some of the road was difficult, they still was impressed by Yah to do what was instructed. Some by force, some was willingly. But when they got to see what Yah was doing, they was fully persuaded. And they loved Yah. That when he spoke, they did exactly, no matter how great or simple it was. But the rest of the children of Israel, they complained, they murmured, they looked like they was the children of the Most High. They operated some points that they was of the Most High. But when they came down to it, when y'all didn't do it according to what they feel like that was supposed to be done, here come the complaining, here come the murmuring, here come the hardness, here come the stiff neck, here come the people acting up as usual. Because their heart was not for Yah. That's why he had to pull up people without a people. He always used, if you go through the Torah, the Tanakh, through the scripture, he always had a remnant on the behalf of the whole people. The remnant thing ain't nothing new. That he gonna have a remnant in the last days, in these days. It ain't nothing new, because if you go back through the history of our people, he has always used a remnant on the behalf of the people. Because the people itself was hard-hearted. So he couldn't use all of them. That's why many are called, but a few are chosen. That remnant has always been there. Because children of Israel do not love him as a whole. There was only a few selected that will actually do the job. Even today, we'll put our head wraps on, our kippas, our kofis. The women will wrap their heads. They'll put their long dresses on. We'll wear our fringes and tassels and put our talits on and pray to the east, pray to the holy city. We'll keep the feast days, and we'll film it. And, we don't display because we demonstrating everything we want to do. We take a picture with all of our holy fatigues on, our holy attire, and we'll take pictures of that and put it on social media for the whole world to say, hey, look, they look like the people of the Most High. We teach it every 5 minutes instead of allowing Yahuah to really actually build us as a people so we could be his people and he could be our Elohim, so we can love him. Instead of us doing that, we want to display our godliness. We want to look like we have him. We want to look like we spiritually awakened. We want to have the knowledge like we understand him. We want to display like he's really about us. But just like the days of old, Yah doesn't never change. He never changes. And just like he used a remnant with our ancestors of old, so shall it be today, that he will use a remnant for today on the behalf of a people. Because the people themselves are cold-hearted, stubborn, and don't love the Most High. But only a few will. Whether you look at them as black, whether you look at them as white, he's calling us from all four corners of the earth. And the question is, are you a lover of the Most High? Or are you a hater? Because a hater could come like they love you, deceiving you. They could come just in the same image of you. They could come and display the same characteristics, but at the same time, their heart is just treacherous, full of treason. It's amazing to me, and I'm gonna be done. Whatever that the world dictate to us, whatever that the world show us or do to us, how so quickly we get in the flesh instead of being led by the Ruach. The Ruach told us to desire peace with all men and stay in the set apart life. For without it, you will not know Yahuah. We would never know the Master. But instead of us doing that, instead of us being watchful and prayerful, instead of us seeking the kingdom of Yahuah and all of his righteousness, that all these things will be added unto you, instead of understanding that vengeance is his because he is the creator. We are his pattern. We are his creation. We are his clay that was formed. So he has the right to be vengeful, to get revenge back on those that affect his design, his creation, his invention. So he has the right to get revenge. It's not us. We didn't make ourselves. He did. So he has the right to say, I will repay. But instead of us leaving it in the Creator's hands because we love him, we go before him. We get outrageous and go do things irate and fight back and picket and post and yell back and curse back and tell the oppressors what they're going to do and how you're going to bow before our feet. And all of this riffraff that we be doing instead of doing what Yahuah says. Didn't he say a fool vent his whole heart? So why do we vent? See, we don't love the Most High, because if we did with all our heart, with our slipping and falling and everything, with our flaws and with our victories, with our triumphs, with our ups and our downs and our pros and our cons, we would try to do everything we can do to please him because we love him. How many children that you know, because they love their parents, they love their fathers, they love their mothers, and they honor them, and so they go to school and they want to please their parents, they want to get their grades, they want to go to college, they want to be something successful so they can bring honor to the name of their mother and father. But when a child does not have no respect or no regard, no love, and they only thinking about themselves and don't want to reap the benefits of the parents, they go out and do what they want to do. They do what they want to do because they don't really love and honor them. They love the benefits of them, but they don't love them. So if they did, they wouldn't do the things that they do. They wouldn't do the things that upset them. They won't dishonor their name like that. They wouldn't, because they love them, and they would be caught there. And then if something that they did bring shame to them, it'll hurt them because they love their parents, and that's something they would never want to do, is bring shame to them. What's wrong with the children of Israel? Well, the children of Israel don't have love for their Creator. They don't have love for their Father. They don't have love for the one that called them. The scripture says, if the children that are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, seek my face, and turn from their ways, their mindset, their understanding, their power, their direction, that I will hear from heaven and forgive them of their sins, and I will heal their lands. He's telling you right there. If you was just to turn your heart to me and give your heart to me and just do what I ask you to do as being my children, that I will work in your behalf. But I just need you to love me and trust me and understand that I got you. But instead of us doing that, we want to go into our own ways. But yet, I'm a Hebrew. Yet, I'm Christ-like. Yet, I'm a witness of Jehovah. Yes, I am a Judite. I'm in the Judaism. Where we need to return and understand why he said in Ezekiel 36 that he was going to give us a new heart of flesh, and remove that heart of stone. When you prick flesh, it hurts, don't it? It hurts. You prick it, it hurts. You're going to say, ouch. It hurt. You take a stick of needle into you. Ouch. You feel the Most High. You will be sensitive to him. You will love him. You'll be connected. You'll be connected to him. That's why he said that he's going to write the Torah in your heart. It's going to be in your heart. You're going to be connected to him. His word is going to be formed into you. You're going to be connected to him. Sensitive to the point that you're going to be his people. And he's going to be your Elohim. Why did he say that you're going to be his people and he's going to be your Elohim? Ain't they already chosen? Ain't they already called? Let's tell you that. Yeah, I called them, but they're not connected to me. I called them, but they're not my people. They don't even do nothing I tell them to do. They don't even love me. But I'm going to give them a new heart where they will be my people. We're going to be connected. They're going to be sensitive to me. They're going to know me. They're going to know my voice. They're going to know my word. They're going to know me, my characteristics. That what I ask them to do, they're going to move because they love me and they want to bring honor to my name. So, just something on my mind. Hope you have a good Shabbat. And I hope it be well with you. Shalom.